Subscribe to Marg Payroll YouTube channel and press this bell icon so you can stay updated with our latest videos. Hello friends, today in this video we are going to tell you about reimbursement feature of Marg HR Expert. So firstly, we will know what is reimbursement. When any of the employee goes out of the town for company's work and do expenses related to their work like hotel bill, travel expenses, food expenses, mobile bill, etc. So company provides the payment in the form of reimbursement on the basis of those expenses, and it is only called reimbursement. So let's see its process. In Marg HR Expert, you have to follow 3 steps to give reimbursement to the employees, like Reimbursement Setup, Reimbursement Entry and Reimbursement Transaction. So firstly, let's do Reimbursement Setup, for which you will go to Data Entry, then to Reimbursement, then go to Reimbursement Setup. And now mention here the name of reimbursement. For example, we will enter the travel expense. Then you will select head for travel expenses, that under which head it will come, like Conveyance, LTC, LTA, medical or transport. So now you will select the head according to the reimbursement. Then next is calculation type. Means if you will give the fixed amount to an employee of reimbursement, then select fixed. And if reimbursement amount gets fluctuated, means if it goes low or high, then select variable. For example, for now we will select fixed. After this, mention the maximum amount of reimbursement, like 1500 rupees. Then you will select that how you will give this amount, like daily, monthly, quarterly, half yearly or yearly. So as we will select monthly, that we give 1500 rupees every month. After this, next is treatment of reimbursement. Means if amount of reimbursement does not get utilized, then what will be its treatment, like its amount should be carry forward or the whole amount should be carry forward, or it may lapse that month only. So as we select carry forward. Similarly, if you want to add another reimbursement, then click on add record. So in this way a message will be shown that you want to add new detail or not. So we will do yes, and now we will add second reimbursement like food. Then select reimbursement head. Now as you will see here, there is no head for food. So in case if you do not get head here according to you, then you can click on add reimbursement head and can add it. As you will click on add, then software will ask you that do you want to create new reimbursement head? So we will do yes. Now if you want to do the changes in existing head, then click on edit. And if you want to create new head, then add. And by whatever name you want to create the head, enter that name and do OK. Now we will save it. After this, you will see here that reimbursement head is added here. Now we will select calculation type, for example variable. Then we will enter the reimbursement amount like 200. And we will select daily from reimbursement based on. It means we give rupees 200 daily to the employees for food. And you will take care of this thing that you cannot carry forward the amount in variable. And after this, we will create the next reimbursement head, mobile expense. So in this way, you will do the reimbursement setup according to you. Then now we will save it, and as you will save, software will ask you that do you want to save the reimbursement setup? Then we will do yes. After this, if you want, then you can edit and delete as well to the reimbursement detail. So in this way, you will do the reimbursement setup. After this, we will do the reimbursement entry. And for this, you will go to reimbursement entry, then add. Then you will click on employee name. Then you will see the list of all of the employees are shown. And now you will select that employee of whom you want to do the reimbursement entry. Means on which employee you want to apply the reimbursement. Now as you will select the employee, their details will be shown here. Then select that on which head you want to give the reimbursement. For example, we will select travel expense. Then mention the reimbursement amount, and you will see that we have set the maximum limit of rupees 1500 for reimbursement, which means that you can mention the reimbursement amount till this limit. But if you will mention the amount more than 8, then it will not be acceptable. Like if we enter 1600, then you will see here it is shown reimbursement amount cannot be greater than max limit. So for example, we will enter 1000. Then if there is any opening balance, means if there is any last balance, then we will enter that amount. Like we will enter 200. Then enter the date, that from which to which date these travel expenses are applicable. Then if you want to give any remark, then enter that and save it. So you can see the details of travel expenses is shown here. And in this way only we have added mobile expenses as well, of which opening amount is 0 and reimbursement amount is 800. So in this way you can add the reimbursement entry. After this, go to Reimbursement Transaction, click on New, select an employee of which you want to do the transaction, then select that head of which you want to do the transaction. Then select the reimbursement period. Now you will see last balance is shown here 1200 because we have given the reimbursement amount 1000 and 200 was its opening. So that's why 1200 is shown here. Then enter here the amount of that expense which an employee has done in travel. So suppose we will enter here 800 and save it. So now you will see here it is shown that last balance was 1200, from which expense of 800 was done and 400 is leftover balance. Now in this way, suppose we will do the second transaction of this employee, that this employee has done travel expense again on 2nd. So press F2 key here to add the new record, then enter the amount that this employee has done the expense of 400. Now we will save it. Now you can see balance is 0. So in this way you can enter the expenses which are done in particular month. And you will take care of this thing that you cannot do the transaction here more than the reimbursement amount. Apart from it, you can edit the last transaction only. So in this way you can do the reimbursement transaction. After this, if you want to see the reimbursement report, then again you will go to data entry, then to reimbursement and then select reimbursement report. Then select the month, that from which to which month you want to see the report. Then select grade, branch and department and click on show. Then select that employee of whom you want to see the report. Like we will do select all. Then click on Excel and now select that location at which you want to save the Excel file. Like select the desktop and do OK. So now you can see reimbursement report is generated and now you can view their travel expense, mobile expense and their summary employee wise. After this, next option is reimbursement slip. Now select that month of which you want to view the reimbursement slip. Then select the grade, branch and department and then click on show. And then select an employee of whom you want to view the slip. For example, we will do select all and then do display. And now you can see reimbursement slip is generated. And if you want to see the slip of next employee, then simply click on next page here. So friends, in this video we have seen the process of reimbursement feature of Marg HR Expert. Thanks for watching.